Hi there, everybody. My name is Jose Rivera, and I'm here for the 4.4 assignment reflection video. To start off, what was something that I learned about my industry that I did not know before the start of this class? Well, for starters, I thought my industry was just pretty much creating applications for phones and tablets. I didn't really know it was much more to it than that. For example, after being in this class and studying some of the assignments where I had to find out more of information about my industry, I found out that mobile developers are not just the ones that create applications. They actually work with creating better mobile devices. It's something that people would just be overwhelmed by. Like, for example, the Google Eyes. They're just a little device that you put on top of your glasses, and you're able to see your phone with like a really small screen here on the corner, and you can just give it voice commands. I mean, mobile developers had a big part in that. Another thing that I learned was, for example, you could wirelessly charge your phones, which I did not know, of course, that mobile developers also had a big saying in that. So it's not only about creating applications, you're also working with the devices themselves and how they will work. So that's something really big that I learned about my industry. Um, did this course help me confirm my decision to pursue my degree? Yes. The big part of it was that during the assignments, they asked us to look for information regarding our industry over and over and over again. While we were doing this, we also had to talk to our class. For example, the fan versus professional assignment, where we had to tell people, why is my degree better than yours? That was a really fun assignment just because you got to tell people about your degree the, in the way that you see it, in your eyes, that you could actually tell them. Like, if you were trying to convince somebody to study what you're doing, this was the assignment to do it in. You could just tell people how amazing it is what you're studying, everything there is to it. And at the same time, it was actually letting you know that that's what you wanted to study. And if that you weren't sure if that's what you wanted to do, then of course you would know here, because then when they asked you, okay, tell me about your degree, why is it that you love, for example, in my case, why do you love mobile development so much? I could probably be like, I don't really know much about it. I just know that that was the first one that I wanted to enroll in. And then after taking a couple of these assignments and talking to my classmates, I'd probably be like, hey, I probably want to do game development, or I found web development a lot more interesting than what I thought I was doing. Even though, in my opinion, if you're studying in Full Sail, you pretty much know what you want to study, because it's the reason why we're all here, in my opinion. But this class actually helps confirm all that. For you to be sure that, hey, this is what you want. You're still in the early stages to decide if you want to drop out and you want to do something else, or you probably figure out, hey, this is not what I want. So I found it really, really useful. What is one assignment that I really thought was helpful, or that I really learned something useful in? I would have to say I would pick two of them. I would say industry websites and industry terms. For starters, and industry websites, because you're going to be able to find out probably more information that you did not know before. You will get more sources to find that information. Like, for example, me, I'm one that I love using Google for almost everything. If I don't know something, I would right away Google it and find out what it is. And by doing this assignment, I found out of a website called The Verge, which tells me pretty much the same thing that I want to know about my industry, and be like, hey, this is what's out there. But at the same time, even the way the webpage was displayed was that as soon as you go in, it's going to tell you pretty much everything that's going on in your industry, but it would, in the first pages, like in real big squares, it would show you like, hey, this is the one thing you should read first because it's important, or it's what everybody's talking about. And one of the things that I found out on that website was that we're going to be wirelessly charging our phones. So from here, I would say I'll give it one more year or two that they were estimating. We're going to probably be going to Starbucks, and as soon as we walk in, our phones are going to be charging, or our laptops are going to be charging. How is that going to happen? We'll soon find out. But it's something really interesting to learn about this industry, that it's not just creating applications, that you're creating devices, and pretty much you're inventing things for these mobile devices that are just going to change how we do things. I mean, to know that we no longer need to worry about, hey, I need to plug my phone at night before I go to work, because probably when you go pick up your morning coffee at the local Starbucks, you're going to be charging your phone while you're ordering. I mean, that's amazing. And I did not know about that until I took this class. What is one thing I would add to this course? I would say another reflection video. At the beginning of this class, by having an additional reflection video, it would help for you to, for example, just be, okay, before you take the classes, talk to me about your industry. What are you looking forward to it? And what are things that you think other people don't know about it? And then at the end of the class, when you make this reflection video, you can be like, okay, this is what I thought before, and this is what I know now. And you can see how much of a progress you've done, how much more you've learned in your industry or about it. Also, if you ended up, after finishing this class, realizing that, hey, I wanted to be a game developer or a web developer, maybe I don't know, a music producer. After seeing this video, you could probably be like, hey, I thought my industry was all about this, and this is what I want to do. I was so excited, and now that I took this class and I'm making this reflection video, I'm realizing that I just had all the wrong ideas. And now that I realized what I really wanted to do when discussing with my classmates and making all these assignments, I found that this is really what I wanted to do. And the advantage of this class is that it's still in the beginning stages of your bachelor's. So if you decided, hey, after taking this class, I don't think this is really what I wanted, like I had the wrong idea, even though, I mean, in my opinion, all of us that are here, we're here because we know for a fact that this is what we want to do. But sometimes people that are even at this point are still having doubts, and I've seen it happen. So I mean, this class and this reflection video, and at the beginning of it, would surely help a lot, because it would help you see like a before and after of your progress. And for that, I would like to add the last question, which says, what is something that I did not find useful or I would remove from the course? To tell you the truth, I would not remove anything, just because after going one by one in the assignments and trying to find one that I would remove, to tell the truth, I did not find any, just because while reading one by one and trying to get an explanation for each one, I found out that they all are required. Because, for example, one that at first I was like, why do we need that? The industry terms. I was like, why do I need to find out the terms in my industry if I know them already? Or why should I tell my instructor, hey, this is how we talk in my industry regarding these terms, when he should know how we talk? And then I thought to myself, hey, this is not really for him to know how much I know. It's just to show me that, hey, maybe there were a couple of terms that you didn't know exactly they were there, or probably there were a couple of terms that you never really knew how to use or did not know how to properly use. And it was pretty much, in my opinion, like a refresher. So it will tell you, hey, this is what you're going to be using, because it's what you're going to be using for the rest of your life starting now, and you should know this. And there are things that you should always, pretty much like they say, stay on your toes, because you're going to be using it from now on every day. And if you don't know how to properly utilize these terms, then you're in trouble. Because, for example, in mine, somebody can tell me, like, hey, do you have your portfolio? And I'm going to be like, what is he talking about? Is he talking about like a folder? And then by knowing this, if I didn't know it before, I'd probably be like, hey, I know what a portfolio is, so here you go. I've been working on it for years. And then you'd be like, that's why the industry terms assignment was so important. I mean, every single one of them was really important. If I really had to choose one, I would say, hey, I would have to blindfold myself and then choose one from there. The first one I point, then yeah, take that one out. But to tell the truth, they're all useful, because they all take you from the beginning stages of what you pretty much think you know to all the way down of, hey, now I'm really, really sure of what I want to do. So, to tell the truth, I would actually add, for like I said on my previous question, I would add another reflection video at the beginning of the class, so you would be able to compare with this reflection video what you knew then, and not only that, be able to see, hey, this is what I thought about my industry, or this is what I thought I wanted to do, and this is what I want to do now. So I would add instead of taking out of this class. So pretty much everything in this class I found useful. It was really, really good, and I want to wish everybody good luck. And well, that's that. Good luck to everybody.